leader. Broken hearts in a losing game, chasing love but all he finds is shame. Searching in places love don't live, just to feel something, just to give. But every touch just fades to black. He needs more but it don't give back. He's wearing thin, soul on fire. All that lust couldn't lift him higher, and he don't even recognize his face. Caught up in that war he couldn't trace. Then came tears, then came grace. Fell on his knees in a holy place. Lord, please help me believe, he cries. I'm drowning in the heat of my own life. Now he's free, yeah, he's found peace, wrapped in love that will never cease. Now he holds me like I'm his peace. I'm his sweet relief, yeah, sweet relief. In me he has found peace, his sweet relief. No more excuses, no disguise. Truth in his chest, no need to lie. He laid it all before the king, and now he walks in new clarity. Out of the dark into the light, God took his pain and made it right with me. I'm the answer to his prayer, the healer for every broken lair. He's brand new, love revived. His old desires now sanctified, and when he touches me, it's soul to soul. No more empty, now he's whole. Then came tears, then came grace. Fell on his knees in a holy place. Lord, please help me believe, he cries. I'm drowning in the heat of my own lies. Now he's free, yeah, he's found peace, wrapped in love that will never cease. Now he holds me like I'm his peace. I'm his sweet relief, yeah, yeah, sweet relief. He rose from a pillow wet with prayer, crossed the veil, laid down despair, and in that quiet, sacred space, he saw me, his saving grace, his helpmate, a gift of love to embrace. It ain't just flesh, it's spirit aligned. Love like worship, bodies entwined. Pleasure now dripping with destiny. His passion purified just for me. Then came tears, then came grace. Fell on his knees in the holy place. Lord, please help me believe, he cries. I'm drowning in the heat of my own lies. Now he's free, yeah, he's found passion in me, wrapped in my love that will never cease. Now he holds me like I'm his peace. I'm his sweet relief, yeah, sweet relief, sweet relief. Oh, here, after all this time, finally true love abides in me. He has found sweet relief. Now he holds me like I'm his peace. In his heart I'll never leave, covered in wisdom and grace. In me he found his safe space. I am his sweet relief. After all this time, finally true love abides in me. He has found sweet relief. Now he holds me like I'm his peace. In his heart I'll never leave, covered in wisdom and grace. In me he found his safe space. I am his sweet relief. After all this time, finally true love abides. In me he has found sweet relief.
Did you know? 1. Lilith is the mother of demons, and it's said to be Adam's first wife. 2. Having the power to manipulate dreams, she seduces men in their sleep to steal their life force. 3. After leaving Adam, Lilith is believed to have fled to the Red Sea, where she gave birth to many monsters. 4. If you look into Lilith's eyes, you'll be cursed with misfortune, madness, or even death. 5. She was stealing young children and targeting pregnant women to feed on their blood.
Ever heard of Lilith? Some say she is a demon and evil. Others say she is a goddess for independence. Originating from Jewish folklore, Lilith was said to be Adam's first wife before Eve. She would not submit to Adam, so she was cast out and became a demon. She's not your typical biblical figure though, oh no. Lilith embodies independence, strength, and a refusal to submit.
Lilith is what you call a succubus.
Of yours, I'll bathe in your boiling blood. I remove the nails from my palms, for I am unbreakable.
In Isaiah 34:14, your Bible in the New King James says, the wild beast of the desert shall also meet with the jackal, and the wild goat shall bleat with its companion. Also the night creature shall rest there, and will find herself a place of rest. The term night creature in the Hebrew is Lilith, and its definition is a female night demon. Lilith is the function name of a demon, a night spirit. It can visit you like a succubus.
This costume that you got on is not of God.
The reason I also did this because nobody knows who Lilith is.
Who cares who Lilith is? What matters is Jesus.
I care who Lilith is.
Okay, so
We didn't come from no Adam and Eve. We came from fucking Lilith and Satan. Because at the end of the day, Eve was riding Satan's dick, and that's how she became Lilith.
Man ever knew the breath of submission. I created Lilith from the same essence, not above, not below. She walked with eyes of fire and a soul unbound, but refused to bow where silence was expected. Her name echoed like wind across the deserts, and where others saw defiance, I saw purpose. For even disobedience has its place in the balance I designed. She did not fall, she departed. She was not cast out, she chose. And still today, she walks among shadows and stars, carrying secrets not even angels dare to whisper. Lilith is a living reminder that freedom has a price.
In the Hebrew mythology, the return of Lilith. Lilith is supposed to be the chief demon that didn't want to lay down with Adam. Genesis was talking about. Now, in the Kabbalistic text, they say it's about what? They say that the whole shit, the whole Kabbalah, is based on the return of the Shekinah, the feminine energy. This is the Kabbalistic text. Gershom Scholem, which is the chief authority on Kabbalistic out of Tel Aviv, died in 1982. They say, well, what's all this Kabbalistic and this Kabbalah stuff? What does it all mean? What's going to happen? He said, ultimately, all this shit is going to turn back into chaos. And chaos is the realm of the great mother. Chaos rules. Chaos is supreme. You see? That's so the feminine principle is chaos.
Lilith is not your villain era. She's the part of you that would rather walk out alone than stay somewhere you have to shrink to be loved. In the old stories, Lilith was the first woman. She refused to lie beneath Adam, so they called her a demon and turned her into a warning.
I'm not just one of your many toys.
They watch, they hate, then they copy.
The doors of the church are open. They say, come as you are. But when I walk in broken, they still judge my scars. They say salvation is free, but now it's taxed by tithes. Preacher fly in private, while the hungry barely survive. Once it was holy ground, now it's a runaway floor. Fashion show Sundays, tell me what we praising for. Love turned lukewarm, compassion gone cold. Fake saints in designer robes, hearts full of mold. The doors of the church are open, but I'm not going in. Too much hate. Priests in the pulpit, hoes in the choir, mean girls in the pews, chasing ego and desire. Where the elders were the wise and the true. The children lost because the leaders confused. Used to be Jesus saves, now it's pay to play. Used to feed the boys, now they lock the church. Can't find grace where gossip reigns. Too many titles, not enough change. The doors of the church open, but I'm not meaning. I choose peace, I choose him. What happened to the faith that healed our pain? I'll meet my God in the pouring rain. The doors of the church are open, but I'm not going in. What happened to community standards and grace? Now it's selfies in the sanctuary, filters on faith. We traded souls for shows, pound for praise, but I'll still hear his voice calling me anyway. The doors of the church are open, but I'm not going in. I choose peace, I choose him again. I worship God my way, outside these trends, out here in the field where the lost still pray. If love ain't inside, then it ain't his home. The doors are open, but my soul's already known. The doors of the church are open, but I'm not going in. I found my peace within. Amen. Amen.
Hey everybody! Welcome to Red Lipstick Vibe, where the vibe is always positive. How y'all doing on this wonderful Sunday morning? Welcome to the second installation of The Doors of the Church is Open, but I'm not going in series. This is the spring series, and of course, you know, it's red dropping trims. How y'all doing on today? Make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed, and support the channel. You know what the show goes. Can y'all hear me? I hope you can hear me. Okay. Make sure you guys support the channel. Y'all know what it is. The show goes as always the same. 15 memberships. 15 memberships only $2.99 monthly, and $80 towards the paper towel fund. Okay. Shouts out to everybody that's tuning in from the clouds. I know people are like in church right now or doing whatever, but you know, hey. Hit that like button on the replay and leave a comment. That also helps the algorithm.
You fell in love with my avatar, that's sweet. Now fall into my Cash App at Red Lipstick Vibes. Legs, I don't walk. I roll into rooms and shut them down.
Don't forget to support the Paper Towel Fund on Cash App, Red Lipstick Vibes.
All right, y'all heard Mr. Caleb, okay? How y'all doing today? I think we have a little bit of people in the chat. Hey, Yvette stopped through. Hi, Mike Love. Mike Love is in the building. Hi, Marcus. Marcus is in the building as well. Thank you for coming through. Oh, my audio is good? Good. Okay, good. All right. Good. And shouts out to Uncle Ricky coming through with a super chat already. $5 super chat. Good day, Red. Hi, Uncle Ricky. Thank you for tuning in. So I haven't done this in a minute. So I'm kind of rusty. And you know, I love to teach, right? Okay. So all of my people that are new to Red Lipstick, I like to teach. I like to give little lectures and things like that. So this is my little forte. This is what I do. I like to do this. Panels, all that. Nah, I like to do this. So I have a plethora of topics I'm going to talk about in the coming weeks. And for some reason, I just wanted to talk about Lilith today. Okay. I want to talk about Lilith because the spirit of Lilith is running rampant on the earth. Do y'all agree? How many of you guys know who Lilith is? How many of you guys know who Lilith is? I know some people saying she was Adam's first wife. We're going to get into that too. And then, I know a lot of people only know, Jezebel, Delilah, when it comes to the evil ladies in the Bible or in ancient texts, right? But Lilith is something else. So I thought about, let me get into Miss Lilith because I did a show on Delilah twice. I did a show on Jezebel, and I'm going to do it again. Got to revamp it a little bit. So, Delilah and Jezebel are sort of like the daughters of Lilith, right? So, we're going to talk about the mama, okay? We're going to talk about the mama. All right. If anybody wants to come up, you can when I just let me know and I'll drop the link. So for right now, I'm just chit-chatting with you guys. So again, do you guys know who Lilith is? Do you know who Miss Lilith is? We're going to talk about her today. Because Lilith is something else. And what I want you to think about is, once we start going through the archetype of Lilith, I want you to think about, do we see Lilith spirit or people embodying Lilith today? Okay. That's what I want you to think about. Do we see the spirit of Lilith today? Okay. That's going to be the main question. That's what I want you to keep in the back of your mind, okay? So, are y'all ready? I know y'all ready. I'm ready. You familiar? Of course. I know you familiar, Uncle Ricky. I know you familiar. All right. Let me see. Do I need to do anything else on this stream? No. All right. Let's go to the presentation stream. All right, guys. Let me remove the show go thingy. Let's get into Miss Lilith. Let me see. Let me play the clip first. Let's play the clip as who is Lilith first, and then I can go through my slides. Y'all, is that okay with you guys? Let's do it that way. All right, here we go.
In the shadowy corridors of Judeo-Christian theology lies a figure shrouded in mystery, Lilith. Her origins root deeply within biblical and mythic soil, echoing through time like a whispered secret. In the book of Isaiah, she emerges as the screech owl, a creature that prowls the night. In Jewish mythology, Lilith steps forth as Adam's equal, his first wife, unyielding in her quest for autonomy. She defied submission and left Eden, choosing the uncertain dark over a life of subordination like Eve's. Through Christian lenses, Lilith morphs into a dark specter, a demon shadowing the family. Her stained reputation echoes and whispers, a marginal figure veiled in enigma. The varied depictions of Lilith paint a tapestry of complexity. They weave a narrative of gender and power, where independence becomes both celebrated and condemned.
So there's a sort of new age tactic where people try to cast Lilith as this feminist icon whose only crime is to defy God and man. In Judaism, that's not the case. Lilith is actually a serial rapist, and she murders babies in the night. That's not something that I, as a feminist, would want to aspire to. And in Judaism, we're actually encouraged to question God. But that's definitely not some sort of unique attribute of any sort. But Lilith, very specifically, is a powerful demon, sure, but not one of greatness. Personally, I would never.
Lilith was not Adam's first wife, but Lilith is mentioned in the Bible. Lilith is not mentioned in Genesis, but Lilith is mentioned in Isaiah. Isaiah 34:14 reads, "The creatures of the desert will encounter jackals, and the hairy goat will call to its kind. Indeed, Lilith, night demon, will settle there and will find herself a place to rest." Lilith is a spirit. Lilith is also translated as a female night demon. Have you heard of a succubus? That bears connection with Lilith. Now, there's not one Lilith. There are multiple Liliths. Not Liliths, Liliths. It's a function name. Now, Lilith may have been one spirit starting off with, but Lilith is an omnipresent. It's a demon function name, a job description in a sense.
Did you know that Lilith is considered by many to be the queen of hell? Let me explain. In ancient Jewish folklore, Lilith was created alongside Adam from clay to be the first human. Being made from the same clay as Adam, she considered herself to be equal to Adam. So when she was told to bow before Adam or be exiled from heaven, she chose the latter and left heaven. To bring her back to heaven, God sent angels to persuade her, but she refused, after which she became known as a demon. Lilith then began tempting other angels, including the archangel of sins and death, Samael. After the fall of Samael, Lilith became the ruling queen of hell.
You gotta understand, the only way you fall in love with Lilith is if you're bitter from Jezebel.
Now, listen to this guy, y'all. And this is for the fellas. Okay, fellas. This one is, I want you guys to pay attention to this, right? So he's sort of breaking down how men tend to get entangled with a Lilith spirit, right? So let me back up a little bit more, because I want the brethren to listen to this, because this is going to come into play when we go through the lesson.
Became the ruling queen of hell.
You gotta understand, the only way you fall in love with Lilith is if you're bitter from Jezebel. Thus, go to Delilah, and then Delilah. You're not bitter from Delilah.
He says you're bitter from Jezebel because you don't got with a Jezebel spirit, right? Jezebel done did you wrong. Jezebel cheated on you. Jezebel done turned you away from marriage and relationships. You bitter now, right? So Jezebel makes you bitter. In the end, when she leaves you, when she's done with you, she leaves you bitter, right? We're going to get into that in another lesson. Now, you go from Jezebel, now you open to Delilah. Now, let's listen to see what Delilah does to you.
Delilah turns you out. Delilah's going to turn you.
Delilah, I did a whole show on Miss Delilah. Miss Delilah, she's going to turn you out. She's going to be the nasty. She's going to be the most freakiest. She's going to do all the perversion of stuff that you want. She's going to be your wildest dreams. That's Delilah. She's going to turn you out, my boy. Just turn you out. Y'all getting turned out of Delilahs. Y'all out here getting turned out by Delilah. Delilah out here turned. That's why y'all can't. Y'all gotta have multiple women and stuff, because y'all got turned out by a Delilah baby. Okay. Leosha said Delilah is a beast. Oh, Delilah, honey, look. Delilah is dangerous, baby. I'll drop the link to that show I did on Delilah. She's dangerous. Very dangerous. But let's listen what he says how you go from how the brethrens go from Jezebel to Delilah. And then when Delilah is done with you, now the mama got you now. Lilith. Here we go.
Delilah's going to turn you on to perversion because now, so Jezebel made you give up on having a wife.
See, Jezebel makes you bitter, makes you angry, make you afraid of relationships and marriage. And y'all know how to, I'll never be afraid. This is what Jezebel does to you. Because Jezebel is the spirit. Oh, see, I don't want to give it away. We're going to do Jezebel next week, okay? I don't want to give it away. I'll give it away. I'll give it a little bit, just a little bit. Jezebel is the spirit of control. Let me say that again, just in case you didn't know. Jezebel is the spirit of control. Do y'all know why I said that? Do y'all know why I said Jezebel is the spirit of control? Y'all know that? Y'all know why I said that? If you read the scripture, the story of Jezebel, you will absolutely know why I said she is the spirit of control. Jezebel takes control of your life. Jezebel takes control of your life. And when she's done with you, you become bitter and angry. Uncle Ricky says, your heart can't handle what your eyes like most times. That's very true. Uncle Ricky says, she uses the coochie to control you. No, not Jezebel. Nope, not Jezebel. Coochie has something to do with it, but her control has nothing to do with seduction. That's Delilah. Delilah uses the coochie. Jezebel is another entity. We'll get into it. We'll get into it later. Right now, we're going to talk about Lilith. Hey, Case and Cam. We'll talk about Lilith. Let's finish to see what he has to say. How men fall into the going from Jezebel to Delilah and then end up with Lilith.
That's why you came to Delilah. You came to Delilah for all the femininity you felt like you were lacking with Jezebel. You wanted
Ooh, he getting into my message. Men usually, and we hear it, they looking for the feminine woman after they done experience the dominating, cantankerous, take control type woman, right? That's Jezebel. Jezebel was militant. Jezebel was the hardcore woman. She was okay? So Delilah comes in with her femininity, her softness. Hi, baby, do you want a sandwich? I'll rub your back. Let me brush your hair. What you want for dinner, baby? Sex whenever you want, baby, I'm yours. Okay. That's Delilah. Delilah is the opposite of Jezebel. Delilah is the soft one. Delilah is the feminine one. So men tend to go from toxic and then they seek for the opposite. They seek for the soft one, right? So Uncle Ricky says, so do all women fall into these 4 archetypes? Yes. Most women will have some, I wouldn't say they all have like all of the characteristics, all of them, but there are some components. Some women do have like a lot of the components to all the women. So yes. You have, and I'm going to get into that too, you have divine feminine, and then you have dark femininity. You have divine femininity, and you have dark femininity. And most women, I would say majority of women today embodies dark femininity. So they embody these 3 ladies. Okay. I'll break it down in another show to, clarify and make it, easier to understand. I want to do it. I need to pin this on there. I need to pin the thingy. Okay. Uh-oh.
Obedience. You wanted to feel like a man. You wanted to feel like the man. You wanted to feel that confidence. Whole time, Delilah is taking that confidence because she just wants to take your money and your power. She's probably going to leave you for a more richer, more powerful man. But after she turns you out, after you've been dealing with Delilah, flipping her all different types of ways, making love to her in different places and different positions and different sceneries, now your sexual appetite has heightened. Now you have the combined bitterness of Jezebel and you have the frequency of Delilah in your body because you still haven't turned to Jesus. That's when the Lilith is on your tail.
Lilith. Demonic figure that preys on the souls of men. She is said to be the first wife of Adam, cast out of Eden for her rebellious nature and her refusal to submit to man. Her skin is as pale as death, her eyes filled with a cold and unfeeling malice, and her long black hair whips around her like the tendrils of some dark and malevolent creature. Lilith is said to dwell in the shadows, luring men to their doom with her seductive whispers and promises of forbidden pleasure. Those who fall under her spell are doomed to a life of torment and pain, their souls consumed by Lilith's insatiable hunger. She embodies the darkest aspects of human nature, representing the destructive power of desire and the allure of temptation. Those who cross her path do so at their own peril, for Lilith is a force of darkness that cannot be tamed or conquered.
Love, false prophets. Lilith and Nama move together as false healers, okay? The reason why they like false prophets is because it satisfies their fantasy that discipline of a prophet doesn't.
So when he's and we can say even like with the false prophet thing, women that are like Lilith love panderers. Let me say that again. Women that are like Lilith and Delilah and Jezebel love panderers. They love the simps. They love the, what my daddy called them henpeck men. How do you, Ricky, how you say it? Henpecks. They love those type of men. They love to go to church where they're not teaching the word. They love to be around people that will not hold them accountable for anything. Yeah. Oh, there it is. It's henpecked. Yeah, that's what my daddy was saying. Dude, that bubblehead joking henpecked. I dropped the link. The link is at the top, guys. Anybody want to come up? So Lilith loves to get with people or listen to false prophets or people that likes to pander to them. Okay.
exists, that the strength of the Lord, the strength of Jesus doesn't pertain to the promiscuity, is not more powerful to their guided meditations and crystal powers and love spells. Like they get off on turning you on to their wickedness, and they need access to your vessel because you are a spiritual being. They
love to turn you on to their perversion. They love to they want to turn you away from what you believe. They want to change you, brethrens, okay? They want to change you. Are you going to change for me?
want to make an example out of you, to put spells on you, to mess up your life. Do you understand what I'm saying? But listen, they love false prophets because they are false healers.
As a demon from the ancient Sumerians, Lilith is truly one of the oldest known demons around. While some think she first appeared in the Epic of Gilgamesh, she also was in the Jewish texts about the same time. She's said to be a dark spirit with a dangerous sexuality that spawned thousands of other demons. In rabbinic myth, Lilith was the first wife of Adam, but the marriage didn't work out, so God created Eve instead.
All right, guys, that was the clip on who is Lilith. Let's get into the lessons. Y'all ready? The link is at the top. If anyone come through, we have, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13. We got 20 sides. Let's go. All right, the Lilith generation, rebellion, pride, or spiritual trap. Let's go. All right, who was Lilith? Historically, Lilith type figures appear in multiple cultures, right? But often under different names and forms. Because remember, Lilith is a spirit. Lilith is a demon. What carries across civilization is not one woman. It's a night female spirit archetype. In other words, how many of you guys know what a succubus is? So Lilith, I guess we can say Lilith was the first succubus. She's a spawn of it. In the earliest writings in Mesopotamia, these were when and night spirits linked to Lilith appears in Sumerian and Babylonian mythology. She comes in to seduce men and disrupt and target newborns. So in some ancient texts and stories where Lilith would delete the babies, take the babies away from families and delete them, eat them, that kind of thing. In the Hebrew Bible, appears once in the book of Isaiah 35 and 14, rendered as a night creature or screeching howl, or sometimes Lilith. So I wanted to get into that. So we always hear people say, the Bible says Lilith was Adam's first wife. Did not say that. There is no scripture in the Bible that says that Lilith was Adam's first wife. However, there are other texts and other mythology stories, ancient stories that say that she was Adam's first wife, but it is not in the Bible. The only scripture that mentions Lilith is Isaiah 34 and 14. And it lists her as a night creature, screeching owl, and often sometimes called Lilith. Isaiah 34 and 14 does not mention Adam, does not mention Eve. So if you come across someone tell you that There's a scripture in the Bible that says Lilith was Adam's first wife. That is not in the Bible. There is no scripture that says Lilith was Adam's first wife. Okay, y'all got that? Now, in medieval Jewish texts, Lilith is named and developed character does not come from the Torah itself. She emerges in later Jewish mythical texts. She appears as a night demon. And remember, I told you, in different other texts other than the Bible and other than actual religious texts, this is like, you know how they have like, you have mythical stories about Zeus and all these things. So it's sort of like that. So in this text, it's saying that she was Adam's first wife in these Jewish mythical texts, right? She rebelled or refused to submit. She's a child-harming demon. Keep these things in mind, y'all. And spoke the divine name and left the garden. She was not put out the garden like Adam and Eve was. She left on her own, baby, because she's a strong, independent woman, okay? Y'all got that? Let's see what y'all saying in the chat. Yeah, she was, yes, the first succubus was Lilith. You are absolutely correct. Yep. All right. And the Kabbalah, right, says she's involved further. Now, in their texts, in their stories, she embodies the embodiment of uncontrollable feminine desire, is what they label her as. She became associated with sexual independence and demonic motherhood. Demonic feminine energy and spiritual seduction. Okay. Hey guys, give me 1 second, okay? Mr. Caleb needs me. Hold on. Okay, I'm back, y'all. Okay, so where was it? Oh, she was a spiritual seduction. And then in the Islamic tradition, in their text, Lilith is not a major doctrinal figure. However, she is mentioned as a female jinn. Remember I said that in many other cultures, she may come under a different name in a different form. So in Islamic, she is called a jinn. Not a demon, but a jinn. And if anybody knows what a jinn is, right? It's a demon, night demon. But this is not a theology, more of a cultural folklore. So just remember, like a lot of these stories in these different texts are just stories told, word of mouth or just folklore. In the European folklore, she is connected to a succubus, right? We said that earlier, right? She's the first one, the female night demon. A witch lore. She's associated with vampire myths. And again, this is an archetype migration. So all of these things are all in one. So Lilith appeared in Mesopotamian demonology. She was mentioned briefly in the Hebrew Bible, in Isaiah. The story expanded into the Jewish texts, also in the Greek, Roman, and European folklore. All right. So, but she is not a universal goddess across religions. She's an evolving night spirit, or she's an evolving demon archetype. Okay? All right. Let's get in some characteristics of old girl. Okay. Let's get into some characteristics of old girl. Hey, Trent. Trent is in the chat. Busy, but listening still. Thank you. Thank you, chat. Thank you, Trent. All right. Lilith represents. Now, remember my question that I asked y'all in the beginning, right? Y'all remember my question? My question was, how does Lilith show up today? Remember my first question? How does Lilith show up today? Lilith represents sexual autonomy detached from relationships and structure, refusal of male authority, right? Because we saw the video where it was telling the story of Lilith. She didn't want to submit to Adam. She want to give it that poom poom to Adam in some stories, okay? Rebellion against order. Seduction without covenant. Feminine rage. Independence without covering. The female shadow. We're going to talk about that in another show. Erotic autonomy outside of covenant. She like to do some of everything. Untamed feminine force. Unapologetic. And refusal to submit under any conditions. An archetype is rebellion untethered from wisdom because becomes destruction. Lilith represents shadow feminine, and shadow feminine is the energy of destructive, the energy of chaos. Lilith is pure chaos. Casey Cam, exactly. Okay, thank you. You're thinking. We're getting to it. Pure chaos. Pure rebellion against all things order. All things of authority. I must go against the grain. I don't like it, so it doesn't make me feel good. I want to do what I want to do. So therefore, I'm going to channel my Lilith. They are channeling Lilith out here in these streets. And actually, there are secrets, not secret, but societies and groups of women that are literally calling themselves the daughters of Lilith. They are actually trying to channel the spirit of Lilith. Yep. It is a real thing. I'm just saying. All right, here we go. So, Remember my question, guys. Remember my question. How does the archetype of Lilith show us up today? Now remember, Lilith is a succubus. Lilith is a night demon. Lilith is in some texts she is a rapist of men. She rapes them in their sleep. Lilith doesn't like structure. She doesn't like the family structure. She doesn't want to be under a covenant. She doesn't want to be under because they in one of the stories, Lilith didn't want to sleep with Adam, right? Or she didn't want to listen to Adam. So how does that show up today? That was the question I asked you guys. It looks like hyper sexual empowerment without accountability or sexual sovereignty. I have autonomy over my body. I'm equal to me. If a man can do it, I can do it too. If a man can sleep around, I can sleep around too. I'm not a slut. I'm not a hoe. I got to go through my whole phase, baby. That's what it looks like today. And the next one is I don't need a man culture. Is a spirit of Lilith. Why? She didn't want to listen to Adam. She didn't want to take instructions. She left the Garden of Eden. She said, I can do this by myself, baby. I don't need you, honey. Sorry about the nose. Caleb down there cooking. I don't need a man. I don't need you. Okay. Because I got me and all my demons with me. Okay. So there goes one of the spirits, one of the attributes or archetypes of the spirit of Lilith. And that's where we see it today. I don't need a man culture. Glorifying the baby daddy chaos. What did she do? Lilith had multiple babies by multiple men. Let me say that again. Lilith had she spawned a whole lot of little demons out here in these streets. By multiple men. Multiple demons. She slept with everybody. Men, demons, all kind of things. Nephilims, all kind of stuff. Rejecting marriage, but desiring provision. Ooh, what the? They don't want to be married. They don't want the covering. They don't want the man to be over them, but they want you to protect and provide. Weaponizing femininity. What did we just talked about? Delilah, right? Delilah weaponized her femininity. The spirit of Delilah will weaponize her femininity against you to get what she wants. Rage framed as empowerment. When you got the aggressive, cantankerous, argumentative, just out of pocketness. Okay? These are some of the ways that Lilith spirit shows up today. Let's continue. Y'all get what I'm saying? All right. All right. Let's take a peek on how the spirit of Lilith is linked to feminism. I have a clip. I'm going to play the clip first, and then we're going to get into the lesson.
Let's talk about why Lilith, the queen of demons, is a feminist icon from a Jewish queen herself. Let's dive into the story of creation from the Old Testament to hear the first account of Lilith being a bad bitch and someone that we can all learn from. He created a woman for Adam from the earth as he had created Adam himself and called her Lilith. Adam and Lilith began to fight. She said, "I will not lie beneath you." To which Adam said, "I will not lie beneath you, only on top. For you are fit only to be in the bottom position, and I am superior." To which Lilith responded, "We are equal to each other in as much as we are both created from the earth." So as they kept bickering, Lilith called God's name and flew back into the heavens, leaving Adam to cry about the woman who got away. God sent 3 angels to bring Lilith back, but she refused, and Lilith agreed that 100 of her children would die each day, which is why she's associated with miscarriage.
Do you feel drawn to goddess Lilith? You're not alone. Here's why. Lilith appears in the First Testament, but not the Second. A little interesting on why, but she was basically at the start of creation. She's mentioned in the creation story. She's mentioned that God created Lilith and Adam out of earth. But shortly into their courtship, they started to fight. They did not get along, and they had very differing views. Adam demanded that Lilith lie beneath him, and Lilith said, "No, I will not lie beneath you. We were both created from earth." And Adam said, "Well, I'm not going to lie beneath you. You're more fit to be on the bottom." And so Lilith left the Garden of Eden and...
Child, look, it boils down to Lilith want to do reverse cowgirl, but Adam want to do missionary. Okay, that's what it boils down to. I'm just saying. It just boils down to Lilith wanted to get on top and ride. Because you know she free sexually, okay? But Adam want to do missionary. Okay. Adam was like, no, we gonna do a missionary. But Lilith was like, no, I want to be on top. So they had a fight. Okay. Lilith wanted to take charge, but Adam was like, nah, I ain't trying to hear that. Here we go.
Heavens. Bye, Adam. At a loss for what to do, God sent 3 angels to try to retrieve and convince Lilith to come back to Adam. She refused. She then was able to live her own life, explore her own sexuality. She had sexual...
It always go to some sexual stuff. Like, what is going on? You know, when I was like doing some study on like the different phases of feminism and womanism, and Uncle Ricky, what's that thing you always say? Something envy, penis envy. Okay, penis envy. That's what it sounds like. It just sounds like all this movement stuff is this penis envy. Uncle Ricky, you said Lilith is the white woman. She the spawn of all this evilness. Okay. I because every time I'm reading, you know, every time I listen to like these feminist ladies talk, it's always come down to something sexual. Yeah, my body, and I can do, you know. So I don't. Okay, y'all. How my daddy would say. My daddy would say, y'all got white livers out here. Y'all just got to be doing all. Ricky, you heard of white liver before? That's what my daddy would say. Got white. These late women out here got white livers. What the heck is that? White liver. Anyway, I gotta look that up. White liver. Is that a thing? My daddy, you know, because you know OG dad be saying things. I'll be like, what in the world, daddy? Okay. Shouts out to everybody that's watching. Please hit the like button. Drop down in the chat and say hello, even if you're watching from the clouds, okay? Here we go.
freedom, and that actually demonized her. She wasn't actually demonized until the end of antiquity, but she was demonized essentially for being sexually free and having her own autonomy.
You see, it goes to that crate. See, sexual is always the sexual freedom stuff with that. with the feminist peoples. I need to. I want to. One day I want to interview a hardcore new age feminist lady, because I want to see how many times she going to say sexual autonomy. Because when I was going through these clips and stuff, that's all I hear. It's my sexual autonomy on my body, autonomy on my mind, that kind of thing. But she's a demon, right? Yeah, she is a demon. She's a night demon. I'm talking about the feminist people. I'm just trying to understand because I'm linking the little spirit to the feminist people. And this lady is breaking down Lilith, and her issue is the sexual stuff too. So I'm thinking Lilith had penis envy too, because she got mad at Adam because she wanted to ride him reverse cowboy, but girl but Adam wanted to do missionary. She wanted to be on top. Adam said, "No, we gonna do a missionary." So now we here with little spirit, cause she want to be on top. So now we here. She was like, I want to do the sex thing the way I want to do the sex thing. Oh, Uncle Ricky says, I'm talking about this white woman, how they act like being demonized ain't an issue. Yeah, but she's a feminist. Uncle Ricky, she's a feminist. she's a feminist. She's one, That's like when Amber Rose did that interview with what's his name? Peterson dude. And she was like, why you make it slut so bad? That's why we taking it back, because people are demonizing being a slut and this and that. That's what she's trying to do. She's trying to make it seem like it's why we demonizing it or whatever. That's what she's doing.
She gets this name and rep for being the queen of demons, which I don't know if it's a bad thing or not, but...
Ma'am, it is a bad thing. What are you talking about? They ain't calling her no night angel. They calling her a night demon. Demons are bad, lady. What are you? Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, Lord have mercy. Doors of the church is open. I don't know about I'm going in, y'all. Jesus.
Really just a feminist icon.
Please look up the book of Lilith. Lilith escaped the garden, and when they...
Look, hang on. Lilith escaped the garden like she was being held captive. You see how the little feminist people talk? She escaped with her life, boy. Oh my God. She wasn't getting beat up. She just didn't want to listen. She didn't want to obey. She refused. She just refusing to listen to Adam. Here she go. She escaped from the girl. Shut up.
Her children, after Adam used her, she seeks revenge.
Lilith. Lilith. Write it down. Don't take my word for it if you don't believe what I'm saying. Write it down. Lilith. Go look it up. It should be in your dictionary if you got a nice big dictionary at home. According to the myth, Lilith didn't want to listen to Adam. Don't be trying to boss me around. Don't be putting me lower than you.
That's what it all boils down to. I am equal to you. Don't put me down. And isn't that what the feminists say? Equality, we equal. Isn't that what they be saying? You asking what? Okay, Ricky. I don't know what you're talking about. They just like Lily. Yes, exactly. That's why I say this is a Lilith generation. Okay, that's the name of the show. Okay. So let's check it out. The modern feminism, Lilith spirit. Modern feminism sometimes rebrand Lilith as the first feminist, a symbol of divine feminine power, empowerment, the goddess of independence. But historically, she was feared, not worshipped. In the 20th century, feminist theology, Lilith becomes a symbol of autonomy, right? We always hear that word, autonomy of my own body. Now she is the icon of sexual independence. It always come back to the sex thing, because you know Lilith is the night demon. She's a succubus, so it's gonna go back to that, right? Right? I'm gonna go to that. Geo says people do the same thing with Satan. They worship him as revolutionary. Yeah, they do. A lot of movies now try to make the villain sympathetic too. Yeah, exactly. 18's in the house. 18. Right. My body, my choice. Exactly. Right. So you got to put that sexual independence in there. Prototype of resistance to patriarchy. We hear that all the time too. But the patriarchy this and the patriarchy that. The patriarchy did this to us. And I'm saying, one day I think I played the clip on the last show. When I hear the women like, they're trying to take our rights away, right? And I'm like, can you tell me one right that they're taking away? Well, what is this? They never can answer. They never can answer. Equal creation partner, like we equal, okay? Rejected for refusing submission. She don't want to be submissive. Because we in a partnership now, y'all. It's partnership, it's not marriage. Okay. That's what they on now. And she becomes the symbol of suppressed feminine voices, where they for some reason they say the women don't have a voice. Child, what? They the loudest one in the room. All right, let's go. So now that they have changed the whole thing with Lilith, they want to see Lilith as empowering, like an empowerment figure. This is what they wanted. This is what they want. So historically, she was feared. She was chaotic. She was outside of covenant, and she was not celebrated. But now, this Lilith generation has changed it to make them feel like she's empowering. In the 1970s, feminist movement reimagined Lilith as the first woman who refused submission. This is what the feminists did. A symbol of equality, a rejected but sovereign female voice. It reflects the modern struggle, women pushing against the patriarchal readings of Genesis, meaning the man is the head. They don't want that. They don't want that. So this is what happened. So now they switch, just like how they took the word slut and switched it over to empowerment, body empowerment or whatever. So now they're taking Lilith and changing it into trying to make it change to something positive. This is what they're doing. So the question is this empowerment or is this just rebellion without structure? Is this just rebellion without structure? Because that's what one of the foundations of Lilith is: refusing structure, refusing authority, refusing guidance, stubbornness. That's one of the main characteristics of the spirit of Lilith. So how is this is this really empowerment? Because freedom without wisdom destroys households. Let's think about it real quick. What has the feminist movement, the spirit of Lilith, have done in these past years? Did it empower households? No, it destroyed them. Destroyed the family. Hey, 3 a.m. What does Lilith rebellion look like? The spirit of Lilith as rebellion symbolizes defiance of authority in intimate structures, marriage, relationship, that kind of thing. Sexual autonomy without submission. You ain't getting married. You just want to have a whole phase, okay? You just want to sling and do your thing, all right? Independence prioritized over rational hierarchy. Flight from partnership into isolation. I could do that all myself. I'm enjoying my single life. I don't need a man, that kind of thing. Power severed from order. Total instance on total equality without compromise. Equating compromise with oppression. I don't want to submit to man with man because he oppressing me. Okay. I ain't trying to be nobody's slave. Okay. This is what the spirit of Lilith embodies. So we have a new generation, the new Lilith generation, just forming. It's getting worse. Viewing commitment as loss of power. And here's the big one. Treating consequences as someone else's fault. No accountability. What does that sound like today? We have a generation of Lilith. Look, the Lilith generation is running rapid. And the last one is disrupting family and order, and of course, baby deletions. Because remember, Lilith is a demon of the night, and she would take the babies and she would kill them. And in another ancient text, she was cursed with miscarriages. Like she would always have miscarriages over and over and over and over again. Blood sacrifice over and over and over again. So we have the Lilith generation. Because a lot of everything that we have reviewed so far, we can actually see it playing out in real time. Real time. We know someone, we seen someone that acts just like Lilith. You seen someone on TikTok or on these panels on Instagram somewhere that embodies the spirit of Lilith. Lilith is everywhere. Okay, here's another archetype of Lilith, the independence, right? Women saying, I don't need a man, did not appear out of thin air. It rose alongside with economic independence, legal reforms, cultural shifts during the second wave of feminism. The spirit of Lilith is associated with feminism. This archetype emphasizes self-rule over shared authority, resistance to male leadership by default, desire over duty, autonomy over cooperation, freedom over structure, and sexual self-determination without obligation. The emphasis is control, especially over body, choice, and direction. Where it shows up. Rejecting marriage because it implies hierarchy. They don't want no man over them. We partners. We not husband. No, we are partnership. We're equal in this, There is no head of household, none of that. We together, baby. Viewing submission as weakness. This is the little spirit. Okay. Prioritizing personal fulfillment over rational stability. Choosing independence even if it costs partnerships, even if it costs relationships, even if it costs friendships. They're going to choose independence. It often carries the tone, I would rather stand alone than bend. I would rather stand alone than compromise. I would rather stand alone to listen to a man. I would rather stand alone to y'all get what I'm saying? Hey, CEO. Ron Eric in the house. Hey, Ron Eric. This is the spirit of Lilith. So we're not just dealing with the spirit of Jezebel and Delilah and Sophia and it's a list. But the spirit of Lilith is what the feminists use as their archetype. Let's go. Almost done, y'all. Whew, here we go. Cause you know they gotta put the sex in there, baby. Okay. You gotta put the sex in there. It's my body, my choice, god darn it. Now we know the story. Lilith did not want to get the poom poom up to Adam the way he wanted. Okay. Adam wanted to do missionary, and Lilith said, "Nah, baby, I want to ride you to the sunset." She wanted to be on top. Nope. Because Lilith is sexually free, baby. Okay. So sexual autonomy in the Lilith spirit. What does that look like? Whole culture, whole phase, refusal of coercion, of submission, defiance of imposed sexual hierarchy, choosing desire freely rather than obligation, right? Detaching sexuality from covenant structure, meaning, marriage. Here's a big one, using sexuality as leverage. Sexualizing yourself. Using sex to get what you want. Punishing, I hear the brethren say, someone would use sex against them, when they want something or when they mad, they don't give it up. That kind of using sexuality as leverage. And you do know that Lilith was the first succubus, and we all know what a succubus does. So going back to the question that I asked y'all before, do you see the Lilith spirit in today's world? Do you see Lilith in today's world, in today's culture? Do you see Lilith? I see her. The other archetype is seduction without covenant. And we know what a covenant means, right? Well, we got these ladies out here that just want to be, doing all kinds of things. Okay. They want sexual attraction, right? They want intimacy without long-term responsibility or long-term relationships. They just go from man to 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 man. Always. They only seeking pleasure separate from structure, separate from relationships, separate from marriage. They just want that dopamine hit. Desire for sexual attention. They become attention whores, sexualizing themselves. Avoidance of sexual accountability. It's my body, my choice, but you gonna pay this child support. Power expressed through sexuality, sexualizing themselves, using, we see the IG models and all that kind of stuff. They're embodying that, using sexuality to make them feel powerful, make them feel accepted, right? And today, this archetype shows up as casual intimacy, right? Without commitment, without the one night stands and stuff, the hit it and quit, the sneaky links and all that kind of stuff. Emotional detachment paired with physical access, right? They're detached. They don't have no emotional attachment to the people that they're sleeping with. They just willy-nilly, just the whole phase, right? Strategic seduction for validation, leverage, and control. Strategic seduction for validation, leverage, or control. Do we see that today? Do we see that today? Viewing covenant marriage or relationships as restriction rather than protection. Spirit of Lilith. Do you see this type of characteristics today? The Lilith generation, aka feminist generation. Uncle Ricky says it's the norm. I agree. Let's see what else we got. Feminine rage. Let's check that out. Feminine rage. Y'all know what feminine rage is? Repressed anger in the Lilith spirit. You know, these chicks be out here just crashing out. Lord have mercy. Y'all be seeing them. What does it look like? Passive aggression, anger at imposed control, emotional withdrawal, sexual manipulation, distrust, hostility towards authority. You can't tell me what to do, god darn it, okay? Power struggles in relationships, cantankerous, gaslighting, and argumentative. That's what the feminine rage look like in the Lilith spirit. You see it in I don't need anyone, mocking traditional roles, hostility towards male leadership by default, celebrating emotional detachment as a strength, always want to fight, don't know when to shut up. We see it, right? Do you see this Lilith spirit today? If you do you think it's gotten worse? Over time, do you think that this characteristic, this archetype of the feminine rage, has it gotten worse over the years? Because I've seen some. I used to wonder, like, why are you so angry? I've seen women that like never smile. All they do is bicker, argue, and fight. That's all they want to do. Bicker, argue, and fight. Bicker, argue, fight. And not just with men or whatever, but with anybody. They just mean. Just be doing the most for what? Now, this is a big one. Because we talk about it all the time, we hear it all the time, the accountability part. This is another characteristic of the Lilith spirit. Unapologetic. In this archetype, it looks like only desires without shame, refusing traditional expectations, speaking without filters for approval, rejecting guilt around independence, not explaining choices to anyone. And at its extreme, dismissive of accountability, restraints to correction. You can't tell me nothing. You can't correct me. Defensive pride, indifference to rational impact. It shifts from strength to ego. Lilith spirit. Lilith spirit. This is the Lilith generation. Refusal of male authority. We are under the patriarchy. The men are trying to take our rights. We can't do anything anymore. We can't delete our babies in certain states. Women's rights. Refusal of male authority is another characteristic of the Lilith spirit. In this archetype frame, the refusal targets sexual hierarchy, male headship in the household, prescribed domestic roles. I don't feel like I'm not cooking, you cook. I don't want to cook. I don't cook, I don't clean. Let me tell you how I got this ring. authority tied to gender rather than merit. The posture becomes, I will not be ruled simply because you are male. This archetype shows up as today, suspicion of male leadership by default. You ain't no leader. What you lead? Reviewing submission as weakness. No man, I'm not gonna submit to no man because we partners and he should be submitting to me. Equating hierarchy with oppression. I am nobody's slave, baby. I'm nobody's slave. This is a part of the Lilith spirit. Ooh-wee. Spiritual seduction. They be out here getting y'all, baby, okay? Spiritual seduction is another characteristic of the Lilith spirit, drawing someone through mystery. Oh, she's so mysterious, and I just want to get to know her, and Awakening desire tied to identity and or ego, appealing to hidden longings. So when you be on that phone and y'all be talking, and then you just, yeah, I always want to do such and such and such. And she'd be like, yeah, me too. We should do it together. We should try it. I'll do it with you. She become the woman of your dreams. She gonna make all your dreams come true, baby. Okay. Offering validation without accountability. And she influences your thoughts and desires. I thought I would never do this, but baby, when she did such and such and such, something I'll never do. I remember the time we had it was one of the I think it was a smoke show I had a couple of years ago, or the Blueprint show a couple of years ago. One of the ladies came up and asked the guys about putting the finger in the booty. And they were like, oh no, I would never do that. Well, you go get you a Lilith, baby. Okay. Hey, Brownie. Lilith gonna persuade you. Because she gonna influence you to put that finger in that booty, okay? So Lilith and Delilah is putting some things on the brother. I'm just saying. She gonna influence your thoughts. She's gonna influence your desires, baby. She gonna have you doing things you didn't think you was gonna be doing. Gio said, Cassie. Oh, shoot. No Diddy. Exactly. No Diddy. Got 30, y'all crazy. What it looks like today. Using emotional insight to captivate you. Oh, she gonna study you, baby. She gonna know exactly what. Mirroring someone's wounds to gain closeness. Ooh-wee. She's gonna listen to you. She's gonna look. She's gonna get all in. Look, she's gonna turn into that chameleon, baby. She's gonna create a trauma bonding situation. That's what that means. Mirroring someone's wounds to gain closeness. And a lot of times that's how people end up together and stuff, because they have a similar experience. Bernie says, what kind of woman wants the Lilith spirit? Feminist. Feminists have if you go back to the beginning of the show, you can see where the feminists have embodied Lilith, as they say Lilith is their their spokesperson. Lilith is who they take their inspiration from. So what they do is they trauma bond with you, so you can get the closeness, right? So you get close to someone, then you can manipulate them, do anything. Lilith offers connection without commitment. We can smash, right? We can be in a situationship, but no commitment. Okay? This is what Lilith uses to get you. So let's see where the Lilith archetype is in modern culture. In the dating culture, in relationships and marriage culture, the archetype appears in the narrative like, I don't need a man. We hear that, right? I don't need you. I could do bad all by myself. Sexual freedom without rational accountability, aka whole phase, aka 2,000 bodies, aka no shame. Prioritizing desire over commitment, viewing submission as a weakness, and posturing is autonomy first, attachment second. Autonomy first, attachment second. In its extreme form, relationships are transactional. Emotional vulnerability is avoided, and power balance become constant negotiations. It's always a fight. The Lilith archetype in media and entertainment, what does that look like? Hyper independent, feminine, fatale characters. The seductive woman who controls men through desire. We see that, they be drooling over the Instagrams or the booty shaking and stuff. The woman who rejects domestic roles entirely. I don't cook, I don't clean, but I'm gonna tell you how I got this ring. And the boss woman, boss bae archetype, who equates partnership with limitations. This is what the archetype in modern culture looks like. Excuse me, y'all. My son down there celebrating. Let's continue. What else, Miss Red? In modern culture, sexual identity movements. Miss Lilith is all over this place. In some spiritual and feminist spaces, Lilith symbolism is used to represent reclaiming suppressed sexuality, rejecting shame, breaking from the patriarchy. In these circles, rebellion is framed as healing. Rebellion is framed as empowerment. But I would argue, not just critics, without structure, autonomy can become instability. And we see that. We see that. We see that today. We have all this autonomy, we have all this freedom, and we're just in total chaos. Our families in total chaos. Our children in total chaos. And in some cases, women's lives are in total chaos. Now everybody running to Jesus. Now everybody running to salvation and religion because of their behaviors. Their life has become chaotic. They're trying to find relief now from the chaos that they created. How does it show up in social media? Celebrating emotional detachment, encouraging soft life without sacrifice, treating cooperation with men as submission, mocking traditional marriage dynamics, celebrating the whole phase, celebrating the boss babe culture, celebrating the baby mama culture. I don't need a man, I just want his baby. That kind of thing, right? This is where the spirit of Lilith is showing up. Impact on the family structure and society, guys. The spirit of Lilith is showing up all over the place. Rise in single parent households, especially mother-led. Absent fathers, emotional damage to children. Because of the rebellious nature, I don't want to adhere to structure. I don't want to adhere to order or authority. I don't want to listen to anybody. I know everything, right? I just need a baby. I don't need a man. I can raise my babies by myself. Therefore, you create broken homes. Societal downfalls, the loneliness epidemic. And it's not just men, it's the women. Loneliness epidemic is on the rise. Declining birth rates because guess what? My body, my choice. Let me go take this pill real quick. Let me go get this, you know what, real quick. My body, my choice. Weakened communities echoing Lilith's waste places in Isaiah. Remember when we read the scripture in Isaiah? It's a wasteland. Dry, nothing but jackals howling, demons. This is what our communities look like. Wastelands. The result, family shattered, kids without fathers, society in decline. The spirit praises isolation. I don't need anybody. I know everything. Total dominance. It's not even about equality anymore. It's about dominance, right? It leads to oscillation but delivers pain, just as Lilith's rebellion did. The Lilith generation. Hey, Great Pill. GP's in the house. Hey, GP. Almost done, guys. You know, I got some examples. Y'all know I wouldn't leave y'all without no examples, baby. Okay? Gloria Stefan's popularized a woman needs a man like a fish needs a bicycle. She was promoting radical independence over marriage. Results influence generations to delay family, contributing to societal loneliness. A cultural figure, Cardi B. embodies rebellion and seduction, promotes boss babe, independence, often glorifying single life post-divorce while critiquing men's role. She's mirroring Lilith's seductive, family disrupting demon side. And we can add so many more to this one. A movement example, the boss babe culture. Women like influencers reject traditional roles, prioritizing career over self over family, leading to high burnout and regret. And it also leads to a lot of mental instability. A lot of these ladies are on Prozac and mood stabilizers. They develop mental issues. The biblical tie is like Lilith fleeing Eden. These behaviors lead to exile from stable family life. These embody Lilith's spirit, prioritizing self over biblical partnership, harming families. And not just biblical partnership, but just the whole family structure itself. Oh, you on the last slide, guys. I told you I'm gonna be long. So here's some psychological and spiritual roots. From the spiritual lens, we can look at as women that embody the Lilith have unhealed father wounds, betrayal trauma, generational curses, and pride masking as vulnerability, and seduction as survival strategy. Lilith energy overlaps with spirit of seduction and the Jezebel archetype. And we talked about, in the beginning of the show, we talked about the Jezebel archetype. What did I say about the Jezebel archetype? Jezebel is about control. Jezebel is about control. And Lilith embodies the succubus. And we all know what the succubus is, right? I'm sorry, guys. I ain't doing it. I was reading off the thing. Here, go right here. Look, I thought I had it in front of me. Wait a minute. Go back. Okay. Did y'all see this? Okay. This is what I was reading, guys. All right. Screenshot. Here are my references. I'll make sure I always give you my references where I'm getting things from. I actually do read. Okay. I don't just chat GPT. And that is it, guys. This is Lilith. This is Lilith. So, guys, that is it. I didn't have a lot today. Hair all over the place. Gotta cut it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions, rebuttals, a different stance, or anything, please put in the comments. I am not above correction. I like to hear other people's side. And the link is in the chat. I'll wait for a few minutes to see if anybody want to come up. It's pinned to the top. If you know anything you have to say, just put it in the comments. And then maybe come back and address it or something like that. If it's something that you know wanted to point out or something like that, I am definitely here. Okay. So this was Lilith, the Lilith generation, right? This was the Lilith generation, y'all. Rebellion, pride, or spiritual trap, y'all. So make sure you go back. Those of you who are going to the replay, make sure you go and watch the replay. And make sure you hit the like button, all that other good stuff, right? And I appreciate each and every one of you that came through to listen to the first installment of this year, 2016, The Doors of the Church is Open, okay? And if there's a topic or something that you want me to talk about, let me know. Send me an email, drop it in the chat, in the comments, and we can do it. So next Sunday, okay. Tomorrow I have Red Perspective. I'm not sure what I'm doing tomorrow. I'll see. Usually I will review the ladies' first show, so I'll go see what happened on there. If something that I want to react to. If not, I have something else I want to react to. But I'm gonna wait to see what happens tonight on Red Perspective. Then Wednesday, of course, Blueprints to a Man Thoughts. I'll be up here with my brethrens. Okay, God torture me because I saw something. Y'all know I look. I saw something. Okay, and I think on Friday I'm doing dysfunction. No, not this Friday. It's the next Friday. I'll be doing dysfunctional Friday. We do that. Not this Friday, but the following Friday. So, and witching hours. Witching hours on Friday night, Saturday morning. I think at 12:45, 12:15, midnight, something like that. I think. I think this time we're gonna do a little bit of aliens. I think we're gonna talk a little bit more about that because they just doing the most out here. But anyway, and of course, hey D is in the house. Hey D. Next Sunday, I may do. I don't know. I'll think about it because we started with Lilith, so we might as well just go ahead on down the line, right? We started with the mama, so we might as well just go ahead and get with the daughters. Okay, so we'll go down that. So I'll decide which one I want to do, because you have Lilith, Jezebel, Delilah, Sophia, Nehemiah. You have seven. We have seven female demonic archetypes. So if y'all want, look, if y'all want me to go down the list, I'll go down the list. Like, well, I already did Delilah, so I'll just repost that one. But if you want me to go down the line, I'll go down the line. We can break down all of the female demonic spirits if y'all want me to. So let me know. We could do that. Let me see. I think we got it. So, but thank you guys for tuning in. I'm like, it's good to be back, doing the doors of the church and red dropping gems. I'm not really a panel person, right? Unless it's one that I'm controlling. So I've gotten a little bit more comfortable in just teaching. That's my thing. Teaching and expounding on stuff, right? So thank you, Dee. So yeah, so we'll get back to doing the things the way we used to. So, but I thank you guys for supporting. Thank you for everybody that was listening in the clouds. Make sure y'all go back, leave a comment. You know what I mean? Because I would love to hear what y'all have to say. So feedback on the topic. Is there some things? Would you like to see more clips? And try to integrate more clips into the presentation? Or you like it this way? We'll just be kind of talking and breaking it down, a clip here and there. And then we'll just go from there. So I would like to get you guys feedback and everything. So that would be awesome. It's Sunday. It's too early for the ladies first. So I don't know. Is anybody on I can redirect? Let me see. Anybody on, guys? I can redirect? I don't know. It's a little early for no, I don't see nobody on. Nobody's on right now. Okay. Well, you guys you know, y'all can do it too. So let me get to the super chats and stuff. A shout out to Uncle Ricky for the $5 super chat. So good day, Red. And a shouts out to Frieza gifting 1 membership. Thank you, Frieza. And shouts out to Hi Ray McKnight. Hey Sugar, keep up the good work. Thank you. Thank you guys for tuning in. I haven't done this in a while. So yeah, I enjoyed it though. So because I like to break things down and stuff like that. So I'm happy about that. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it was some good information. Let me know if there's some things you want me to change. You want to hear more information. You want hey Army Vet's in the house. Hey Army Vet. I saw you in here earlier. Is there a topic you want me to expound on, whether it be religion, religious, or anything like that? So the doors of the church, I try to stay this series. I try to stay, because it's on Sunday, I try to stay within religious or spiritual type thing. But sometimes I'll deviate from it. It depends on, if I see something that I want to talk about. But I always drop a little spiritual stuff in it as well. So yeah. Oh, and look out, guys. We almost into March, and April is Autism Awareness Month, right? So make sure you be on the lookout. I do a week-long conference on autism, and so I'll be putting up a community post later today or this evening. And if there is any topic that you want to discuss or get some information on, and it does not have to be just for autism, but anything regarding children, teaching, behavior, potty training, all that, anything that you want to get information on regarding parenting and children, let me know. I'm gonna put the community post up later. Just let me know, and then I'll get to work for you. That's what I'm here for. I'm gonna get to work for you. Okay. Next month, I'm going to be doing a femininity series. Okay. Yes. Because modesty is just gone. Okay. Modesty has left the building. Okay. We got to go find modesty. Old girl said, "Peace out, A-Town." Okay, we got to find modesty. But modesty done left the building. We need to go find modesty. So I'll be doing a show on that soon. So yeah. Modesty done left, baby. Modesty done checked out. I got to go find her. I'm serious, guys. I got to look. Modesty has left the building, and it's bad. I'll be nice. It's bad when modesty has even left the church. Isn't that what the whole modesty started in religion? Isn't that where it started, y'all? In religion? And so modesty has even left the church. Now they forgot what modesty is. Lord have mercy. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. Because I saw something, y'all. I saw something. Merch coming soon. I saw something in the house of the Lord. Yeah. That's all I saw something in the house of the Lord. It took me aback. I was kind of shocked. What? And not really shocked, but kind of like, like, so we gotta go. Okay, D, Ray, GP, Miss she said, Uncle Ricky, we gotta get a search party together. We have to get a search party together to find Modesty. We have to go find Miss Modesty. So I need y'all to bring y'all flashlights. What is going on with this sleep? Jeez. We need flashlights, tiki torches. What else we need for a search party? Everything that we need for a search party. Flares. What they call them, the search party doggies, the greyhound dogs, is that what they use for search parties, greyhounds? Because we need to find Miss Modesty ran away. Miss Modesty literally ran away. She rode out. She packed her a overnight bag. Oh, you know what she did? She went and she emptied out her book sack, her notebook sack. She emptied it out. She put some clothes in it, some snacks. She took her cell phone. Her EBT card, and she left in the middle of the night. Miss Modesty ran away. So we have to put together a search party to find Miss Modesty. Okay. I'm gonna tell y'all the date that we're gonna meet up. I think I have a little bit of coordinates for it. I think I said I think I may know where she is, where she at. But Ray, make sure you bring the map, right? D, you on tiki torches. Brother Ricky, you gonna have to bring the flashlights, okay? Brother, Missy said y'all gotta bring the flare guns and the greyhound dog, something like that. Cause we gotta find her. Cause look, we need to bring Modesty back home. Cause she had left the building, literally. She left the building. We gotta go find her. She done ran away and left us with debauchery. She left us with a whole debauchery situation. Okay, we gotta go find her. Why y'all there laughing? Y'all can't. Ray, I'm telling you, we gotta go find her. We got to go find her. We have to bring her back. We got to bring her back. So I'll let you guys know when I'm going to put up the bat signal. So we're going to look for Miss Modesty. Okay. We're going to look for Miss Modesty. We're going to look for her. So we got our search party together. Okay. So guys, that is it. That's all I had. It didn't take long. Because I had like 35 slides and I kind of condensed them. I did have some banners. Look, I had some banners things around, and I didn't even show the little banners. Final thought. The wise woman builds her house in Proverbs 14:1. Choose wisdom over Lilith's chaos. Okay? Because rebellion equals what? Chaos. Rebellion equals chaos, right? Oh, I got some more stuff. Let me see. I didn't even show this. Little spirits warn us true strength is in partnership, not rebellion. Ephesians 5:21. Okay. Let me see what else I got in here. Womanism focusing on Black women's independence faces similar issues when it echoes no need for men, fracturing communities and structure. This isn't empowerment, it's isolation. Let's see another one. Modern feminism, influenced by this Lilith spirit, pushes narratives that undermine families. Critiques show it leads to broken homes and spiritual confusion. That's a good point. Proverbs 31 praises a woman who builds her family. Modern Lilith-like feminism tears it down by rejecting partnership. Let's see what else Lilith shows up. Lilith damaging the family structure. We have higher divorce rates, absent fathers, delay in marriages, prioritizing career over home, leading to loneliness. Okay. I don't need a man narrative encourage single motherhood, devalues marriage, and portrays men as oppressors. Lilith out here doing damage. Okay. Y'all got the spirit of Lilith in y'all. Ancient texts demonize Lilith for her rebellion. Modern feminism celebrates it. But from the biblical view, this spirit hasn't changed. It's disruptive. Let's see how it plays out today. Yep, we went through this already. I think this is probably the thing I'm supposed to be putting up first. Oh, I had some goodies up here. I forgot to show y'all. Modern behaviors defy Ephesians 5:22-23. Mutual submission in marriage and Colossians 3:18-19. Husband, love your wives, and wives submit. But this empowerment echoes the demonic side, promotes isolations, family breakdown, and I don't need a man narrative. So we talked about that part, y'all. Ooh, this is a good one. At its core, the archetype represents a choice between power versus partnership, independence versus interdependence, desire versus duty, or authority versus cooperation. That's basically what the Little Spirits breaks down to. Got two more. Wait a minute. Come on. Lilith can be read as a symbol of feminine resistance, but resistance without healing becomes rebellion for rebellion's sake. True empowerment doesn't reject structure, it transforms it. Oh, this is the question we had today, y'all. Are modern women encouraged to rebel without understanding consequences, right? And we see the consequences of this already. Our communities are in shambles. So yeah, that's what I have for you guys. I forgot I had all these on here. Lord have mercy. I remember to do them later. Next time. Hey Wolf. Wolf is in the house. Hey Wolf. Hey Jeremy. So yeah, that's what I had for you guys today. Please go back and check out and leave some comments. If you like it, it's something that you saw that I was incorrect on. I love to get some feedback. Again, let me know if you guys want more clips and not just the presentation, because I like to teach now, but I want to be able to keep your attention as well, right? And if there is a subject that you want to me to touch on, I will put the link to the Delilah, because I did Delilah already. So since we did the mama Lilith, we're going to do all the daughters. So I did Delilah already, so then we're just going to move down the line. I'll probably do either Jezebel or Sophia. So it depends on which one I'll do. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Yeah, so nobody's on right now. So you guys enjoy the rest of your day. And thank you guys for coming through. Thank you everybody for all the super chats and the memberships. Thank you. Yeah, this is a retrospective tomorrow. We'll see what we're gonna do. I'll see what happens on the Lady First today. It's something that I want to react to. But I do have something in the chamber as well, so we'll do that tomorrow. And of course, the Blueprint to a Man starts on Wednesday. Where I get to torture the brethrens because I saw something. Shouts out to Trent and Mike Love. So Trent, I know you're listening, because you said you was listening. I started doing the presentation on sex magic. So we probably do that on the witching hours. Okay, we can't do that on a Sunday morning. Okay, we can't do that on Sunday. But anyway, all right, guys. Thank you, guys. Hit the like button. Go back and leave a comment, because that helps the algorithm and all that other good stuff. Hit the super dance, super chat, and all that kind of stuff. I will be putting up a poll and all that other jazz. What you laughing at, baby? Jeremy? Look, I'm serious. Yeah, so that's it. I'm gonna go down there and cook some dinners. And I got some things I gotta do this evening. So I hope you guys enjoy this presentation. I'm going to leave it off memberships for a little while, for about a couple of days, and then put it on memberships, because I usually put these lessons on membership. So I'll leave it off membership until Monday evening. So you guys have a wonderful day. I'll see most of you guys in the chat later on. I'm about to go do some cooking. Okay. Peace.
Really, y'all don't know this, y'all in danger. I'm a threat. I'm a gamble with your life, cause you know that it's okay. It's okay. You know I ain't letting up, my foot is on your neck. Take my word for it, it's a promise and a threat. Really, y'all don't know this, y'all in danger. I'm a threat. I'm a gamble with your life, cause you know that it's a bet. It's a bet. You know I ain't letting up, my foot is on your neck. Take my word for it, it's a promise and a threat. I ain't never really wanna flex my gifts, but I think it's my time. Let me check my wrist. You can never get my shine, I'ma keep on grinding till I reach the tip top. When it's just in my jeans and I ain't looking back, cause I'm feeling like Chris, bro. They can never slow me down, but they need to hate me, now I'm feeling like Chris. Rock with the team, cause you know that we winning, we with it, we going, we flowing again. I might just go by a Benz, I might just blow my advance, whoa. I did it all for the feeling, alive but I'm making a killing. I'm gonna break every ceiling, cause I need $1 million, but I don't need your money, you can pay me in respect. Cause once I do it big, what's to follow is a check. I need 100 bags, nothing more, nothing less. And the ops feel away, cause I'm next, I'm a threat. Oh yeah. Really, y'all don't know this, y'all in danger, I'm a threat. I'm a gamble with your life, cause you know that it's a bet. It's a bet. You know I ain't letting up, my foot is on your neck. Take my word for it, it's a promise and a threat. Really, y'all don't know this, y'all in danger, I'm a threat. It's a gamble with your life, cause you know that it's a bet. You know I ain't letting up, my foot is on your neck. Take my word for it, it's a promise and a threat. I ain't been feeling spectacular, flow so sick it's hazardous. Y'all still suck like Dracula. Sip this beat, let's back it up. And I don't care about critics. see they talk too much, and I know that I gotta keep on grinding, finding myself. I ain't gon' stop until I know I had enough. Mama, I made it, I know that they see me. I'm popping these bottles just like I'm a genie. I'm glad that you made me. It's all in my DNA. I'm about my chips like I'm working for Frito-Lay. And bet the bag on myself. I don't do it for my health. Every thread is a champion. Got the title, need a belt. I don't need your money, you can pay me in respect. Once I do it big, what's to follow is a check. I need 100 bags, nothing more, nothing less. And the ops feel away, cause I'm next, I'm a threat. Oh yeah, really y'all don't know